In the lead up to this series, there was probably more on the line between these players and teams than any viewer was really aware of in the first place. They don't scrim each other. I think that's actually a huge deal, and it's kind of a sore spot for both teams. PGG, I believe, are the ones who actively choose not to scrim Chiefs, and there's been interviews on record with Chiefs members saying they'll regret not scrimming us during the season.
I thought it was just Chiefs, like Chiefs. Thought they were going to get that 3-0 going into the playoffs. They were looking pretty much perfect. There was no team that could stand up properly and really show them what they're made of.
I definitely felt like this was going to be like a 5-game banger, but there was something about the Chiefs. They'd been the team uncontested all split long.
The first big fight that happens is about 15 minutes in game, and it's a very clear indicator for the rest of this series that these teams will be meeting at every single objective. They'll be grouping as 5 and they'll be fighting their way out of every situation.
The TP comes across, is that enough to deter him? No, Draco's already gone in, the Solar Flare hits absolutely nothing, but here comes Winterer. He's got no cooldowns, he's got a flash, but he might just fall on down.
The Vagar cages, like unreal. So many times, man, like 2, 3, 4 people locked in place, and there were times where you're thinking that cage has literally won it all.
The Drake is there, it's going to be taken, Arthur cannot smite secure it. That's a huge cage on the 4. Now Raze, can he find work? He is the team fight demon.
Oh, Raze.
Beautiful dash across the water, duke out Winterer.
From mid into the river, and like the Orn's about to like knock up 4 members of Chiefs, and Tally puts a cage down, and as he's charging, he gets stunned, and I'm like, oh my fucking god, like there's no way, man. There's no way you land that cage.
Targets, he needs uptime, but he's so close range, just out of range of that Yuri, as the Ari charm comes across, but it's not enough. They've overcommitted to try and take down Nizeri, and now Tally steals the spotlight, but Praetor,
who's actually killing them all.
The general feeling for the rest of this game seems to be that PGG were caught in the cycle of fighting, dying, respawning, and then fighting their way out of every single situation, and it felt like they continued to push that agenda perhaps just a little bit too hard, and Chiefs were starting to get a really hard read on the plays that they were making.
Find Lethal again. They just want to end this one. He's got so much to do, but he gets outplayed by a click of a button, and that's an ace, and that is a game 1 done and dusted at 41 minutes.
The Chiefs, by winning game 1, effectively thwart all momentum that exists for PGG, and this is the first real crucial moment for Pensanet.gg if they want to have a shot in this best of 5. They have to show their hand now because the Chiefs have beaten what existed prior. They most definitely adapted with some very good bans and some very unexpected picks.
I just laughed really loud when I saw this pick.
I actually have a lot of fun playing Twitch. So like when I saw Praetor there, I was like, okay, like fair enough.
Praetor, if you pay attention throughout the game, he is just constantly squigging on his tea. And as he finishes it, as he gets deeper and deeper into the cup, he's just popping off further and further. And his positioning throughout this game was absolutely optimal.
Like the Chiefs are winning on the top side of the map. They have a 2-0 jungler who can just farm for level 6 and 1v9 the game right now. But they try and teleport in and continue to make what is a dead play. And that gives so much to Praetor on the Twitch.
Is that the deal breaker? The poison is enough for a shutdown as Praetor answers back and says thank you so much for the overcommittal. He's got a double. In goes Dally. A massive fear. But once again, they're going in 1 by 1. Arthur's trying to life leech with some smite steal. Tom Kinch is devoured.
What's Tapoon?
And now Tapoon takes the 1v1. He wants the rat. And the members of Chiefs are falling on down. 33 minutes. The curse is broken. We will not see a Frio here tonight.
Game 3 saw the first real adaptations, I feel like, from the side of the Chiefs. The big ones to me is the Draven pick into the Zeri matchup. The Chiefs choosing red side, this does seem like a very intentional choice for them and a very big pocket pick for Raze to see that Draven in the first place. When we speak about having champion mastery, it cannot be stated enough just how much of an expert of Draven Raze is in particular, to the point where he is able to pixel perfect throw ultimates and get kills that no other player that picks up Draven, even 100 games in, may be able to manage perfectly, yet Raze does it in a clutch situation.
This is genuinely the most painful game of my career.
Underneath the tower on towards Praetor. 1 hit is all it takes. And that's exactly what Yuri says, because he's got that perfect execution. There is the Hex Gate away to safety, but Tally's been left to the wolves.
They're 9,000 gold ahead. There's no way that they should lose this forthcoming fight. They have Baron. Everything is going correctly for them. All they need to do is last hit the Nexus turrets. The only way that they could lose a fight in this situation is if the Fountain Laser gets involved. And miraculously it does.
And now they're zoned back to their Fountain. Raze also in a similar fashion getting dived upon by a key carry, but the Akali dives to the Fountain Laser. The axe goes up. There's the double kill. Looking for the triple. The G's been popped.
Oh no.
He's sitting on a
minions
triple
as
kill.
well.
The minions surely go to minions. Can they do it? They've been aced, but the base is in shambles. They had Barons, so like in your mind, you're probably thinking, make the safe play, just recall and defend the base. But they're just like, no, we win.
Look at the Heck Room. Look at the Heck Room.
They're going to go for the back door.
Remember, Baron recalls are fast and a wave is about to spot them. If Baron is still on.
Look at that. Nobody's going back to base. Is this a base race?
They're actually...
It's a base race. They're marching. They're flashing. They're going to go for this one. I don't believe this. I do not believe this. This is not the way the game's meant to end. 41 minutes into this one. They're on to the next. The Chiefs won.
And so the biggest mistake that Pentanet.gg could make is giving even the smallest of windows to the Chiefs roster, as they will capitalize. Even with a Nexus at 700 HP, they will find a way to do what everyone else thinks is impossible.
So unfortunate. Dragu flashing in, trying to hard force the fight with the passive right there for the uptime, but it needs some auto attacks. They can't find it. And here comes Praetor. Rat-a-tat-tat.
This fourth game was definitely a game of inches, not strides, and there was a lot of back and forth action between both respective teams. The skirmishes were very even. It felt like a battle on two different halves every single time. The diving front line versus the hard carrying back line, and the push and shove was deadly every single time that it happened.
Goes in, they're going to layer it like you said. Leona goes in, the carpet goes down, and they are falling on down. That's dirty. Raze is trying to be the one-man army, and he falls on down to it. They trade on either end of the stick.
There was no teleport by Winterer, someone who had been very good with his teleports for the entire series so far. Running the Ignite on the Rumble top lane with an attempt to win lane actually really hurt Pentanet.gg when it came to setting up for Baron, setting up for objectives, as Topun was taking towers while still being able to contribute to the play.
Straight onto it, Trisha Barrage coming nice and early, trying to find out where Praetor is, and he goes, Solid goes across onto Arthur, he's in the pit nice and early, the fight is on, and Rogue is dead! Bolkard and Arthur doing battle in the jungle. No, this time they get it, they got the soul point, as he quick draws away, Topun with the drag back onto 2, Yuri's ready for the hills, but look at Praetor with the uptime, rat-a-tat-tat once again, but he's burning, and Topun with a rock claps him on the head.
When everything starts breaking out into absolute chaos, it is Pentanet.gg this time around that come out super clutch.
In they go, this is do or die right now, they're going to go golden, one turret down, one member down as Brom falls on through, they're on towards the Nexus, they just need to hit this one, forget about killing, just go for the win! Unreal!
Oh no, not again.
Not again, not this exact position, the Elders at GG. I am losing my mind, my voice, and everything in between.
This is unreal.
How? What other words are there to say, Rusty? Balkan!
There's one minion.
It's time! On towards these turrets with a minion to do it all. The one minion that dreamed of something big. Here they go. Dragu rushing from the fountain. Into them they go. And he tries to take him out. I don't see it. We're going to a game 5.
I can't believe this game.
But for the fourth game to go the distance, to be so even, and to have a Nexus again at 700 HP to go back the other way, I don't think the stage could have been set for a more exciting start to a fifth game, with no one knowing what's going to happen.
Game 5 was like, we finally found our footing, and like that's like what we thought the other games should have looked like to us.
And I thought it was like unlosable once we were in loading screen. I was like mentally preparing to hop on stream afterwards real quick and just talk through it with everyone and be like, how awesome was that, guys? I was thinking too far forward. I think I was ready to revel in the happiness of the win.
Like, we knew from there, like, they just had a full scaling comp and we had a very proactive comp and we just ended up punishing them off one small lead.
As Rogue plays protection and for Peel, Praetor across the wall. Oh no! The flash and the dash position. Would you believe it? And then just poke man into mid lane and go for a dive. There it is. Instant flash away. Moonfall once again does not land.
It's a very promising start for the Chiefs.
Oh, we're on that one.
Cards called for.
Look at them go straight away from the minion wave. Raze cops a turret shot, but the ultimate is active now. He's skating on ice. He is dancing with his opposition, and they remove Rogue from the game.
It was really difficult to see this being a game that goes the distance.
Their way, they try and step up, and it's a disjointed team fight. And now Balkan is going to do whatever he can to try and take it off. But they want that shot, they need that gold. He's got a stopwatch, but no, he cannot utilize it because the zone uses on cooldown. A double kill found for Tally. Tapoon unleashed, but finally shut down. A first kill found here for Yuri.
And to have a Game 5 fall apart like this, I was really sad about it. If it was remotely close, I would have been happy even with losing, because it was so entertaining, and I think we showed we were the better team.
I don't even know if they can stop this. Gimme Chiefs just so far ahead. It is again a somber way to end perhaps a best of 5, but Chiefs are clean.
Chiefs are clean. The team that came in as the super team, the team to be feared, the team to end it all, the team to show that they've got the experience when it really counts. There is the Chaos Trap, but there is the Nexus exploding as Game 5 will go the way of Chiefs, and they're straight into Grand Finals.
I'm not sure what you put it down to. Is it just mental fatigue? Is it exhaustion? Like 6 hours of going at it as hard as you can, really fighting for everything that's there to take. And it felt like a grand final.
For me, this series was an amazing moment in my career. This is something that has reignited a passion I've had for the game that in a bigger way than I've had for years.
It's the race, it's the turf war, it's the new big one between Chiefs and PGG, and I cannot wait for this rivalry to continue on over the next couple of years.
That series felt like real like League of Legends to me, and like I don't know, I just feel like more invigorated to keep playing.
I don't want this 5th game to tarnish the feeling of the entire series, because in my mind, this is still the single greatest best of 5 series that Oceanic League of Legends has ever seen. Games 2, 3, 4, even the first one were absolutely insane. And yes, this 5th game was one-sided, but don't let that affect the scope of how amazing this entire 5-game set was.